remember one of the stories as being a fondest memory is really of the first day of school.
The very first day of school? Oh, I remember it vividly.
And we had gotten a flag, and so we had all of the children. I think at that time there were maybe 20 kids.
It was the very first time that we'd all met together as a group.
So we were saying the Pledge of Allegiance. We were going to try to teach them patriotic kinds of things.
There was a lot of excitement, and there was a lot, it was kind of hectic.
We raised the flag and everybody said the Pledge of Allegiance. And at the end of the day, I went to the door and all the kids had gone home.
First day was hell because it was so disorganized.
And I looked up to say a prayer thanking God for the very first day of school, and I saw that the flag was upside down, an international sign of distress.
It was upside down.
And I was hysterical. It reminded me of this whole, the whole way that we do things. That it's okay. The flag was upside down, but that's okay. We all make mistakes and we learn by it.
Parish School has made I would say, a huge difference in my life. I definitely was in a great spot coming out. Second grade graduation, was a strong kid, a confident kid, was loving life.
So you were ready?
I was ready.
Here we are, we've just begun, and after all this time, our time has come. Yeah, here we are, still going strong, right here in the place where we belong. Oh, it's a new world, it's a new start, it's alive with the beating of young hearts. It's a new day, it's a new plan, I've been waiting for you. Here I am. Yeah, here I am.
Robbin is a person like no other person. She has the ability to be silly, to be funny, to be serious, to be insightful, and she can do all those things in one sitting.
Parents, actually, of the children that were in my private practice asked me to go and visit the children in the public schools or their private schools that I was seeing individually. And I'd go to the classrooms and I'd say, well, Johnny really needs to be up at the front of the room, or when you speak to Susie, she needs to be tapped on the shoulder before you get her attention. And they would say, we can't do that. There's no way we can do that. There are 25 children in this classroom. I can't individualize for every child.
In a traditional setting, a child gets pegged as a certain kind of learner. And if that style of learning doesn't mesh with the style of the institution, then that child never feels successful, and you never get to see what that child's potential is.
And the things I was having trouble with, obviously, was reading. I didn't like reading at all. Math just a little, and spelling was a major bummer for me.
When we started out, Cullen was very young in preschool, and we had him tested, and we realized there were some speech-language difficulties.
Kids usually start talking around 12 months, whether it's mama, dada, simple words and things like that, and I really hadn't started that. I hadn't said mama, dada. I was 18 months old.
And I know in my heart that I would have a different son if it were not for this school.
What's special about Parish School? They make miracles happen.
I love my school.
Say happy birthday, Robbin.
Happy birthday, Robbin. Happy birthday.
I want it to be camp-like, because that's where the experiences create language and imagination and success.
My favorite subject at Parish would probably be recess. Recess was the best thing here.
Playing on the playground, I remember that. couple of my buddies and I think it was Edward and a couple other guys, we would push little Tonka trucks and things around, you know, race around, just being little kids.
Because not only did you get one recess, but you got two, and that was awesome.
And we built little forts in bushes, and the kids really created their own playscapes within the greenery on the property.
Everything was there except the Guadalupe River. So we started in this little house.
I just want to thank you so much for your vision for the school and for persevering and bringing your vision to life and creating this amazing place to work.
My mentor was Dr. Betty Carroll Woolfolk, and she had come back from the graduate school armed with ideas about how speech and language were connected and how language and the inability to learn language would result in the dyslexias of the world, the learning problems of the world. Another mentor of mine was Dr. Tina Bangs, and her whole philosophy was that children needed a language-based approach.
We're very happy.
We were all learning. Yeah, it was so new. There wasn't a plan that we were following, and all learning how to get along with one another, how to mesh education and speech pathology in this very unique setting.
There was nothing like that in the country. Nor were there speech-language pathologists that were teaching in the classroom. So being able to combine an early childhood approach with speech-language pathology and communication, we were able to really identify kids that hadn't failed yet.
When I came to Parish, I felt like I was just dumb and I couldn't do anything.
Emotionally, it just grabs me because I see a child who has energy and ready to learn if somebody would just teach them.
The difference in our kids is that they are bright children. They just learn differently. They may need material initially presented in a different way. They may need to touch it, see it, hear it.
I'm so proud of you.
Before they can internalize it.
About the first week or so, I went to my grandfather. I just said, "Papa, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm smart. I love Parish. This Parish is the school for me."
I love my school. Happy birthday! I love Parish School.
First and foremost, we feel like we teach children how they learn best.
Well, my philosophy about teaching is that children teach us. We are facilitators, really, of learning.
We start from where the child is. If their interest is in trains, and that's their only interest, that's where we start. We start teaching language through a child's love. To have learning be something that a child unfolds and discovers on their own, rather than having learning be something that was spoon-fed to you.
Happy birthday, Robin. We love you. We love you, Robin. Mwah.
We like it, don't we, Connor? It's been wonderful. Connor's made so much progress, and he smiles and laughs and has a big time. It's terrific.
One child just doesn't go to a school. A whole family goes to a school.
I feel blessed to have been associated with every parent and every child that's been in this school.
And I do not think we would be as close a family if we hadn't had all of this support.
Austin would not be where he is today if it had not been for Robin's vision and what she has done.
And we've had nothing but an incredible experience with Benjamin, and his being is very confident and happy.
It's hard to express in words, but Beth and I would just like to say thank you very much for the wonderful work, the teachers, and the love that you give to our children every day.
Announcing Teacher of the Year today, right now. It is Miss Renee Attaway.
The teachers at Parish School are a unique breed. They are dedicated beyond belief. They have incredible patience. They have incredible perseverance. They are willing to go to all lengths to make sure that a child learns.
It seemed like my child was their favorite child, and I think they treated every child that way, and every parent felt that.
I think my major accomplishment is being able to attract strong, fabulous teachers who love children.
I feel very fortunate that every day when I come to work, I do feel like I make a difference.
I love my school. I love this place. Thank you, God.
I originally got in, applied to UT, and got into their business honors program.
I'm doing well in school. I'm making straight A's.
Got into what we call the professional program in accounting at UT. It's a 5-year accounting program where you get your master's.
My friends and I usually have competitions to see who can get the highest grade, so we push ourselves.
And he is now in college. He's a freshman at Schreiner University. School is still hard for him, but he is motivated. He wants to go into medicine. He's an Eagle Scout.
What I want to be to grow up, probably an architect.
When she had asked me what I wanted to do with my life as an old second grader, that I told her that I wanted to be a counter.
Or a singer or an actor.
Even as a young child, I guess you kind of have an intuition as to where your life might lead you. So.
Or just a businessman.
I love my school. Thank you, Robin. I love my school very much.
Having been here from the beginning and knowing where we came from, where we were all just in that one little bitty building, to starting to talk about what would Parish School look like. Robbin has always talked about that we'd have a campus where we had cabins like Camp Waldemar. And it's tangible. We can touch it. We know it's going to happen. You know, having talked with the architects today, seeing those buildings, it's just incredibly exciting.
And I see it just a massive energy with lots of training going on, lots of love being shared.
But when I look at the new property with all the trees and almost 17 acres, I see that little bitty parish school grown up.
And it warms my heart with so much gratitude for all of the people, the board of directors, the teachers, the staff now and the past, that have carried this dream along with me. And to see it come to reality is absolutely, completely a miracle.
And this is the really awesome part about Robbin Parish, is that she is an incredible dreamer. And there are lots of dreamers, but Robbin has the ability to dream and include people in her dream, and those dreams happen.
I haven't done it alone. I certainly have had God on my side, and I've had the faith and the hope that these children will succeed, and I know they will.
I would like to thank Robbin for her smile. I always loved her smile and her hugs. I also want to say happy birthday to her, and that I hope everything's going well for her, and that it was great going to Parish.
The school really did some amazing things for me. I had more support and more help here than a child could ever ask for, could ever deserve. And I just thank you for the work you've put in to help people like myself and just so many other kids I know, the ones I knew in the first few years of the school, and all the other kids that have had the blessing and the ability to come here. It's quite a gift, and it's something that I know I'll remember forever.
Robbin, I'd like to tell you on behalf of my sweet son, Cullen, and all the other parents and children that have come through this school. You did a great thing. There's so many children that are stronger and better today because you saw this need and you followed through with it, and it took a lot of guts.